Hello, Virgo. Any Virgos out there that are joining this month? This is going to be your October monthly overview reading. This is a general message that's timeless, so whenever you find it, this message is meant for you. Hello, I am Sherry, and this is Soul Conscious Tarot. Thank you so much if you're joining me, whether you're a subscriber, a returning viewer, or this is your first time viewing my video. Welcome, and thank you for joining us. The way I do these monthly overviews is we pull 3 rows. The first row is going to be how we're feeling and thinking at a kind of a surface level. The middle row is going to be our subconscious level, what we're feeling and thinking kind of at a deeper level. We may or may not know offhand. And then that third row is kind of like an outcome. It's how those two tie together, that surface level and deeper emotions to tie together to bring about what we're seeing in our physical reality during the month of October. Then we're going to go ahead and wrap that up at the end with 3 final cards from the universe. So let's see what we have for you, Virgo. This is very interesting. So I think this is the first time I've had this card come out. This is the biblical card. Let's see what we have to go with that. But what I'm really feeling with this card is I think it's values is what I'm really picking up, is a sense of values. Like I think that you're sticking to your guns on something, that there's something, your values, your morals, you're going to do something, by the way that you feel is right, because we all believe that, we all have different viewpoints on things and different perspective on what's right and wrong. So this is your morals and values. What do you hold true and dear to you? What means the most to you? Like, do you prioritize loyalty, honesty, integrity? What do you value and what do you honor in yourself and in others? And so I think what's happened here is I think that you've experienced somebody that has let you down in some way. There's been some situation that has let you down in the past. And so you're recovering from that. And I think on the backside, that's the wrong cards. I think on the backside of this, Virgo, you're starting to assess, how you got hurt and why you got hurt. And I think you're starting to realize that this situation wasn't right for you, that you guys weren't on the same page. I think that you invested some time in this and you were trying to work it out, but I think in the end you just realized that you guys weren't on the same page. And so there's a little bit of disappointment and regret over this, a little bit of sadness, of course, because we always, when something doesn't work out the way that we had hoped, especially when we've put time and energy into that, and things don't turn out the way that we had expected, it can be disappointing and it can let us down in a sense. It can be a little bit heartbreaking, and that's why this 3 of Swords is coming out, because, you've been, between that and the 5 of Cups, you kind of been disappointed a little bit, that this didn't work out, like that you and this person couldn't get on the same page, because that's what I really feel like, that you guys had, you and this person or you in this situation, because it can be whatever situation, did not, see eye to eye on things. And I think that caused some disruptions, is because you couldn't see eye to eye. You couldn't agree. And there's that judgment, which I'm not really surprised. We have dancing prayer, which is another card. Interesting enough, we have biblical and dancing prayer, a card of prayer, which, I still am tying back to beliefs, your values, your beliefs, and not being on the same page. And then we have also the 4 of Cups. So this is like, I see that, on the surface level, maybe things are calming down a little bit, because I see on the surface level, you're feeling more on a surface level than you are, kind of at a little bit deeper level. So I think this is, to me, that indicates that this is healing, especially with the judgment being here, that I think that you're coming to terms with this, and this is what is transpiring, of course, in the month of August. So I see that. And then you have the 5 of Cups on the 5 of Cups. Isn't that interesting? So, So this tells me that this was really difficult to get past, because I definitely see that you had with the cards that are on the table, that this was something that was significant to you. It meant a lot to you, and it really created a lot of sadness and disappointment and pain, that that this didn't work out, that it didn't work out the way you wanted to. And I really feel like you're gonna know what this is, because it's where you couldn't see eye to eye with someone on something, like you guys just work on completely different pages. And if you want an example of this, I'll give you in a relationship context, somebody that's ready for a commitment and somebody that's not. Or somebody that's ready to have children and somebody that doesn't want to have children. Where those can be big, huge differences in values and beliefs, or things that you want for your life, that can cause differences, where you can't see eye to eye and you can't connect. And it could also be, like, on spectrum, as far as political views, you could be opposing political views, and that cause some stress and strife, between you. And that's what we have coming apart. I can't move those cards up because you can't really see that one very well, but we have coming apart here. So, that's that separation, separation that occurred, that had to occur because you guys just weren't in the same place. You weren't at the same frequency, the same energy. And so that caused this divide. It caused a separation. It caused things to fall apart, because if we're not vibrating at the same frequency, at the same energy frequency, then people will not stay in our lives. They have to be at the same frequency we are. And I think I really feel like that's what's happened here, is someone has fell away out of your life, someone that meant a lot to you, and it's because you and this person were not on the same level. You weren't on the same page. You weren't, you guys just didn't have the same vibe, the same, the same views, the same, you just weren't aligned. You have to be perfectly aligned for someone to stay in your life. You have to have, somebody has to be on that same frequency, kind of want the same types of things as you do, or they'll fall out of your life, which is what's happened here. And it doesn't surprise me that this has taken strength, because I do see, I see how much that this meant to you. And I think that it kind of devastated you a little bit, Virgo, that this isn't happening, like it's not happening the way that you wanted to. So I really feel like in some terms this could have been a long-term relationship that you're finally just admitting to yourselves that this isn't we can't continue the way that we've been doing. We can't, we just can't make this work anymore. We've tried everything that we can, and we just can't make this work. It's just, I really feel like you're going to get that feeling in October of where you're going to really see and understand, and start feeling this pain of the fact that that this has to end, that your love is better spent somewhere else, that this just isn't going to be worth the effort in the long run to keep trying to make this work, to keep trying to bring this together, because you realize you're just not seeing eye to eye with this person that you guys have tried. I see this as someone you've tried and tried and tried with, like you guys keep going back to the drawing board and keep trying again and again and again with, but it's not like the underlying problem isn't getting fixed, because the underlying problem is that you guys want different things. You guys view things differently. You have different needs and desires and wants, and you guys, it almost is like somebody that doesn't have the same love language, is what I'm feeling. If this is a romantic relationship context, it's you and this person are not on may not have the same love languages, or, you're wanting different things out of life than the other person. You see things differently. It could be, as simple as one person is messy and maybe frivolous with things, and the other person is very serious and down to earth and and very conscientious about things. It can be those kind of things that can cause strife, where you just can't get on the same page, where you can make each other happy. And I see, if it's not happened already for you, Virgo, I see that you're coming to terms with this in October, and you're seeing the writing on the wall. You're seeing that this just isn't, it's just not going to be sustainable for the long term. And I see a lot of, unfortunately, October is going to be a rough month for you. I think it's going to be very rough. It's not going to be an easy month for the Virgos that this is resonating with, because I think you're going to be, dealing with this loss in your life, or dealing with accepting that, this needs to end. I don't see it as ended yet. I see it as ending. And I see it as you, Virgo, seeing, the writings on the wall that that you need to move on, that you need to take your love elsewhere, and give your love and time and energy to something else. This is just not going to come to fruition, is what I get. Man, they really made me shuffle these cards for your final cards from the universe. So we have the High Priest, the Two of Wands. So this is that kind of crossroads that you're at. It's whether, are you going to go back and repeat the same cycle and keep doing this, keep putting your heart in the meat grinder, to try and make this work? Or are you going to use your intuition, and are you going to, look at your morals and values? And it might be that, if you're a person, let's say you're a Catholic and you don't believe in divorce, so that you're married to somebody and you guys are just having a heck of a time because you guys just aren't on the same page and you guys just can't get along. It may be that, this is a hard decision for you to make. And I also get, because that, in that example of, if you're a Catholic, they don't believe in divorce. And so that can be a really, really challenging thing where morals and values come into play. Is, do you make the choice to go against the church and make yourself happy? Do, maybe get a divorce, which is against your religion and your beliefs? Or do you stick it out and put yourself, just keep chugging away and putting yourself through more and more pain because you guys can't get along? But, your beliefs are so strong that you believe that you need to make it, do everything to make it work, and you can't get a divorce. So, it's that kind of level of, to understand the level of the brevity of the situation. It's something that serious, where you really have to, it's something to do with your values and your beliefs, Virgo, that, it's being challenged. They're being challenged. Your core, like what you believe and what you feel is right, is being challenged in some way by this relationship and this person. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship partner. It can be just, it can be a family member. It can be I just gave you examples of romantic relationships or partners, but it can be, it can be a sibling. It can be someone else in your life, a coworker where you guys just aren't getting along and can't see, where it may cause you to have to leave a job, and a job that you like because you just can't get along with this coworker. It's something like that. And this is going to happen very soon. Not only do I see that as that decision that needs to be made between two things, between, staying where you're at and dealing with it, or sticking with your morals and belief and standing up for yourself and what you feel is right. But this is, the Two Wands is also telling me that this is something that's coming in the immediate future, that this is upcoming. This decision, or this challenge that you're going to face is coming soon, which, I really feel that if this hasn't happened for you, Virgo, it's about to happen. And I think you're already feeling it. For most Virgos, this is probably resonating with, you're already kind of in that, you're feeling that that you're in something that is going around and around. You're just going in circles, and it's not getting anywhere with a person. It's like no matter what you try or what you try to do, you just keep grinding your wheels, and you and this person cannot move forward no matter what you say or do. So that's how you're going to know that, what person this is in your life. It's somebody that you just keep going around and around and around with over and over, that you keep getting the same results, that things aren't changing, that you're not moving forward, you're not progressing in the relationship, that you just keep hitting a dead end and just hashing out the same problems over and over again. So that's how you're going to know who this is. But it's saying that you have to do what is right for you. You have to do ultimately what you feel is right for you. Make the decision that is right for you. Use your intuition. Stick to what your beliefs are in the sense of what do you value. What is more important to you. So this really is, this high priestess, our high priest card is really like telling me like priorities. Like what are your priorities? And once you figure out what your priority is, you'll be able to make the decision that you need to make for your own happiness. So that's kind of how those cards are playing out, or how I see them. So that's what I have for you this month, Virgo. If this message resonates with you, hit the like button down below. Feel free to leave any comments that you wish to leave for me or your fellow Virgos out there. I'd love to have you as part of my tribe. So if you want to be part of my tribe, you just have to hit that subscribe button, and that'll let you join my channel and become a subscriber. And you'll know when I post these monthly overviews, plus the readings I do each and every week. And I would love to have you as a subscriber. Thank you once again. If you are watching this reading, because that means you're supporting even a little bit, you're supporting my channel, lending your energy to me. I appreciate that so much. It helps my channel grow, and by helping my channel grow, more people get to see these readings and these messages, and so it can help more people, because I do this on my free time as a hobby. I don't get anything out of it. I really do it just for the benefit of those that need it. So I really hope that you got something out of this message. So I wish you the very, very best this month of October. Thank you so much for joining me. Joy, love, and light.